big thank you to our fans and keep having our back for the upcoming Premier League season as well as the Europa League. Keep watching Leicester Fan TV. They have the latest news and they keep you up to date on leicesterfantv.com. So stay tuned and thanks for your support.
So 1-1 at the King Power Stadium. Not a bad half, I don't think. I thought that was all right. But not quite sure how good Burnley are. Let me know your views. What did you think to that first half? Who's having a good first half? Who's having a bit of a dodgy one? Is James Justin at fullback looking a little bit exposed at times? Chris Wood obviously scoring against Leicester, like we said in the pre-match. Chris Woods always scores against Leicester. He is one of those players. He comes and scores. Duncan saying one day we'll score from a corner. We've had quite a lot of corners. We're doing some quite nice short corners, but I'm not the massivest fan of a short corner every time. We seem to get the ball in there at the end, but not so good. The final one's in there. Hassan says we can't defend. When they plonk that ball in there, we do look a bit at sixes and sevens. Marty says, Matty, SXX, watching on YouTube, saying what a half Harvey Barnes is having. He is. He's having a great half, Harvey Barnes. Finished the goal nicely, started that move, I believe, as well. He did very well. Ross is saying Yuri Tielemans is having a cracking game as well. Tom says it's a bit of a standard match against Burnley. Keep getting your views in. Tielemans is back to his best, says Lox. Yeah, I think Tielemans, Harvey Barnes having good games. Castagna as well. Really like what I'm seeing from Castagna again today. What do you think? Hayden saying Harvey Barnes has looked electric. He certainly has looked good. John thinking Perez not having one of his best games. I think Perez has been all right, getting involved. Wood scoring is inevitable. Come on, speak it. Thank you, Casey. You're quite right. Richard says we're still a bit slow at passing it out. Richard, I think there's been times we've been playing it quite nicely in this game, but there's also been times where Burnley, you see, this is my worry, is that Burnley, I don't think are a great team. So, not sure what it is. Rob saying Perez is one touch too many for me. Reece saying not played bad in the first half. Just think we need to open up a little lacklustre. Haven't taken the chances. Not to put down on things, but I've got a feeling Mendy might get sent off. Yeah, he got booked, didn't he, in that half. Ivan is saying that Woods, he felt pushed Justin. Even some Liverpool fans in Sierra Leone say that. Ivan, I don't know. Do you agree with Ivan? I thought, to be fair, it's good old-fashioned centre-forward play by Chris Woods. If you ask me, I think James Justin was a little bit too easily bundled off that, and I thought it was a good goal. And Magic Mendy doing well again, says Mike. I think a lot of us will agree that Mendy seems to be playing well. Jake saying too slow, need to be more ruthless in attack and take less touches. I think the performance is decent, guys, but it does need a win. If we go on and win that, I think we'll say, yeah, decent performance, we'll take it. But let's hope so. Hopefully that will open the floodgates for Barnes, says Pete. Yeah, I agree with you, Pete. Let's hope so. Yeah, Tony, you're right. Dennis Pratt is looking really good. That Pratt, Tielemans, Castagna little triangles at times is looking good. Mick, though, is probably right. He's saying our slow play doesn't suit Vardy's game. Obviously, the goal we scored, Vardy was heavily involved with that. I thought Vardy did ever so well to take that one on and take it on and set up the goal, really. So I thought Santosh is watching on YouTube, says it was a good half. We came back from behind. The second half is as... LCFC Gray on YouTube saying don't mark Woods well at all. No, they have. When they put that ball in there, I think it's Dunn's had a bit of a chance as well, haven't they? They've certainly had chances. This game is far from over. We are not necessarily going to go on and win it. Sean saying it's a good game. 1-1, make it really amazingly well. Anthony saying we can't handle Woods. I think we do look a bit. There's more goals in this, and I wouldn't rule out that Burnley could get one. Mark saying frustrating side to side at the back when Burnley push up. They've definitely got a game plan. Theirs is hoofing up there a little bit, but hey, it works. Why can't we play Burnley at their own game, says Mark. Hassan says we really need Tarkowski because we can't score from a corner. I don't know how many corners we've had. 7, 8, 9 corners. Simon is not that impressed by Perez. Do you agree with Simon? What do you think to that? Kyle's giving us his end of score predictions, 3-1 with Vardy to get 2. Let's hopefully we get that. Ivan's saying we can get our 3 points. Let's wait and see. Mark suggests get Perez off. Nacho on, test their young centre-backs. Their fullback, Brady, was having a good old tussle with Harvey Barnes and he's gone off. So, again, that should slightly benefit us, I would say. Chris is saying Rodriguez red card. What do you think to that? Do you agree with Chris? I think I've seen earlier that I think Reese have put a comment in about that. Pete is saying that he thinks Ndidi's looking good at centre-back. We need to be a fierce force when attacking, not some Sunday League tortoises. I think that's a bit harsh. The lads from the cricket field saying it's been a nervy end-to-end game, Leicester having the upper hand. Makes for a good half. I think you guys have looked, you Burnley fans, I think we're not too hopeful today. I think you've actually played a lot better than you were anticipating. You've played better than we thought you were going to play after how negative you Burnley fans were. So I think it's interesting. Reese is saying it was absolutely a red card from Rodriguez. Kisme on Periscope says, like to see more from Perez. Decent says John O'Towers, but we need to step it up. It's time for Madders. Yeah, do you think Madders, if you were Brendan Rodgers, what would you do in that second half? That's always the question we like to ask at half time. Locke's saying he doesn't think it was a red card. Ross is saying Ndidi is playing well at centre-back again. If you were Brendan Rodgers, what would you do at half? Well, not at half time. I wouldn't change anything at half time, or would you? Let us know. I would leave it pretty much as it was for the next 15 minutes. But there is people like Maddison to come on, maybe for Perez. Nacho, maybe like to see him. We do want to win this. Mark is saying, when is the Undertaker eligible? We think it's probably next weekend. He's got a few things to get through. Ndidi is a Rolls Royce, says Jono. Blatant handball by Woody, says somebody on the Facebook group. If you're watching on the Facebook group, don't forget you need to click the StreamYard to get your name up here. Would you make Castagna make a good right midfield with his creativity? Maybe, Curtis. I do like what I'm seeing from him. He certainly is pushing up high. I think we bought him to be a fullback and come on there. Tom's joined us. Come on then, Tom. Can you hear me, Tom?
Yeah, mate, you're right.
Yeah, quick half-time hello. What do you? I'm quite pleased with what I'm watching. I'm entertained, Tom, but the Burnley fans don't reckon they're up to all much. So I'm trying to judge where our performance is.
It's an all right first half. We've passed the ball nicely at times. It's just been look at the draw that Burnley are defending well. The defending numbers, they're big and bulky at the back, and they're closing the space off. But we've created enough, and I still think we can get the win today.
I think, Tom, for me, one of the standout players from the first half was Harvey Barnes. I thought he's played ever so well, and he got his goal. Had another good strike. I thought he's been, and Tielemans, there's been a lot of good performances, I think, out there.
I think they all have. I think some of the balls into the box mean a lot more quality. I mean, Dennis Pratt's ball across, they're the kind of balls we need to be doing more for the likes of Vardy and Barnes, people coming in at the back post. We look a threat. And that's the difference compared to probably the back end of last year. We're looking more of a threat in games now. The quality of the balls. Castagna again today, I mean, fair play. He's been up and down that right-hand side. He's worked his socks off. He's defensively brilliant. He's putting some lovely balls. An assist for Barnes' goal. If we're giving it Barnes, still think there a nick there from Perez at the end.
Well, Perez seemed to think it might have been his, didn't it?
But I thought he took a nick. I thought he was going to be giving offside at the beginning, mate. I thought he was off, but looking at the replay, he's onside, and it's a dubious goal. Probably will go down to know who's going to get it, because if Perez claims it, then they will have to check and see who does get the final touch.
Tom, let's be honest though, they are causing trouble for us when they pump that ball in there, aren't they, at times, Burnley? And Chris Wood scores the inevitable goal. The game certainly isn't over. It's very much alive, isn't it?
Definitely not over. Probably that's JJ weakness from the first 2 games. The diagonal ball over his head. He does get caught out for a few times now. We saw it in the West Brom game. Their defenders got goal side of him too often. Controversial, really. Where did it fall? Did it touch him on the arm? I mean, after yesterday and some of the decisions, it could be harsh not to give it. Hopefully, if we get one of those, we'd get it.
I mean, Tom, there's this new rule, isn't it? Obviously, this is the line now where that is not a handball.
So, yeah.
And I think, if anything, it was just it slightly graced out. I didn't say anything much wrong with it.
I I'm not going to give the whole thing. He pushed him over. He was just stronger than JJ. Simple
Yeah.
as that. But he's got to be more careful there. He has been caught out with that diagonal ball over his head a few times, and not sure who's behind him. But look, it's a good first half performance. We've moved it well at times. It's just going to be a case of keep knocking on that door and make sure we do our defensive work, you know, to the same standard we've done the first half, near enough.
You bring Madison on at some point?
Yeah, I'd say I don't touch it for the first 15, 20 minutes. I still think we've got enough to open them up, but then you've got that option to probably take off Mendy and bring on Madison to open the game with people more than it is at the moment.
I think it's about to start again. Tom, are you joining us after the match?
I'll be after the game with you, mate.
Brilliant. Come and join us after the match with myself, Tom, and anybody else who wants to come on. I'll share the link out there shortly. Let's get back to it. See you in a minute, Tom.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglets Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.